Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving deep into Ayurveda, a health system that's been around for thousands of years. We're going to break down its core principles and, in the process, uncover a totally different way of looking at our bodies and what it really means to be healthy.
When you hear the word Ayurveda, your mind probably jumps to certain herbs or special oils, maybe even a specific kind of massage. But that's just scratching the surface. So let's get past all that. What is Ayurveda, really?
At its very heart, Ayurveda isn't about a one-size-fits-all cure. It's actually a powerful system for decoding your own body, for figuring out its unique individual needs. You could almost think of it as the original blueprint for personalized health. Now, the entire framework is built on one simple but honestly pretty profound idea: that everything in the universe, from a star billions of miles away to a single cell inside of you, is made of the exact same 5 building blocks. In Ayurveda, these are called the Pancha Mahabhuta, the 5 great elements. It all starts with Akash, or space, which is like the empty canvas for everything. Into that space comes Vayu, or air, which creates movement. That movement, that friction, generates Agni, or fire, the principle of heat and transformation. The energy from that fire then condenses and becomes Jala, or water, giving us liquidity. And finally, that water solidifies into Prithvi, or earth, which provides structure. It's this exact sequence that creates the recipe for everything that exists. Okay, so we have these 5 universal elements, but how do they become, well, us? The answer in Ayurveda is that these elements combine in totally unique proportions inside every single one of us, creating a kind of personal energy blueprint. And this blueprint, your constitution, is the absolute key to understanding your own health. So first up is Vata. It's made from air and space, and it's basically the principle of movement. Vata is the force that moves your breath, circulates your blood, fires every nerve impulse. When your Vata is balanced, you feel creative, you feel alive. But when it gets out of whack, that airy quality becomes erratic. And that's when you get things like anxiety, dry skin, or a really restless night's sleep.
Next up, you've got Pitta, which is the energy of transformation. It's a mix of fire and water, and it's essentially your body's furnace. It's what digests your food, regulates your temperature, and keeps your mind sharp. But when Pitta flares up, you really feel that heat. It can show up as acid reflux, skin inflammation, or, a quick fiery temper. And finally, there's Kapha, the energy of structure. This one is made from earth and water, and it's the glue that holds you together. It gives you stability, it lubricates your joints, it builds your physical form. It's your source of strength, of immunity. But when Kapha gets to be too much, everything gets a bit slow, a bit heavy. That can lead to sluggishness, congestion, or difficulty managing weight. So there you have it, the 3 fundamental energies. You've got Vata, the energy of movement. You've got Pitta, the energy of metabolism. And you've got Kapha, the energy of structure. Now, everyone has all 3 of these, but it's the unique mix you were born with that defines your personal constitution. And according to Ayurveda, being healthy is simply the art of keeping these 3 in balance. All right, so if the doshas are the energy blueprint for the house, what about the actual bricks and mortar? Well, Ayurveda says that this energy builds and supports 7 fundamental tissues, constructing our physical body layer by layer. This is called the Saptathatu, or the 7 tissues. And what's so fascinating is that it's not a random list. They're nourished in a specific order, like a cascade. The nutrients from your food first become rasa, or plasma. That plasma then nourishes rakta, your blood. The blood then builds mamsa, or muscle. Muscle tissue creates meta, or fat. From fat, the body then nourishes asti, your bones. The bones then produce maja, which is your marrow and nerve tissue. And the very last, most refined product of this whole chain is shukra, the reproductive tissue. Your overall health completely depends on this chain, flowing smoothly without any interruptions. So we have the blueprint, and we have the building materials. But what powers the whole system? And how does it keep itself clean? This brings us to the actual engine of your health. And that engine is Agni, your inner fire.
Seriously, if you only remember one concept from all of this, make it this one. Agni is so much more than just digestion. It's the metabolic intelligence that transforms your food into all 7 of those tissues we just talked about. A strong Agni is the absolute key to vitality.
And the state of your Agni makes all the difference. I mean, look at this. When your inner fire is burning bright, you get good digestion, tons of energy, a clear mind. But when that fire is weak, food doesn't get fully processed. It leaves behind this sticky, toxic gunk called ama. And in Ayurveda, this ama is considered the root cause of low energy, indigestion, and pretty much all disease down the line. So if a weak fire creates all this toxic ama, the body has to have a way to get it out, right? And that brings us to the other side of the coin, elimination, or mala. The idea here is super simple. Getting rid of the body's 3 main waste products, urine, feces, and sweat, in a timely way is absolutely essential for preventing that toxic buildup.
Okay, so we've got elements, doshas, tissues, a metabolic fire. It can sound pretty complicated. How in the world do you manage all of that? Well, this is the beautiful part. Ayurveda offers one single, elegant rule for keeping everything in harmony. This is the master key right here. First, like increases like. It just means that anything with similar qualities to a dosha will make that dosha stronger. For example, a sweet food is heavy and moist, which are kapha qualities. So, eating it increases kapha. Simple. The second part is where the healing happens. Opposites decrease. So to balance out that extra kapha, you'd bring in its opposite, something pungent, which is light and hot. This basic logic, samanya vishesha, is the foundation for basically all Ayurvedic treatment. When you step back and look at all of this, the elements, the doshas, that inner fire, it all points to one profound truth. True health isn't just about the physical body. It's about a dynamic state of balance between your body, your mind, and your spirit. It's about treating the entire person, not just the symptoms. So what Ayurveda is really proposing is that your body has its own unique, perfect blueprint for health. And it's talking to you all the time, through symptoms, cravings, your emotions. The only real question is, are you listening to what it's asking for to find its balance?